What's up, y'all? It's Middleman TV in the building, and today we're going to talk about Errol Spence Jr. and how he's been on a Twitter tear lately, man. You know, for about 4 or 5 months after Terrence Bud Crawford beat the living crap out of Errol Spence kind of went MIA. He kind of went in hiding for a while to recover. Well, he's finally back to being the old Errol Spence, man. He's been tweeting out, and he's been seizing opportunities. You know, a lot of rumors have been out there that Terrence Bud Crawford's the automatic mandatory for the winner of this fight Saturday between Sebastian Fundora and Tim Tysu. Well, it's so funny that they mentioned that because it's just so ironically that Errol Spence tweeted out that he is flying to Vegas this weekend and he wants the winner of Sebastian Fundora versus Tim Tysu. I find that hilarious. And obviously, you know, Errol Spence is trying to seize the opportunity from Terrence Bud Crawford. That being said, I think Terrence Bud Crawford has, a 3-fight deal with PBC? Errol Spence Jr. is with PBC, and so is Tim Tysu. So it is a really realistic possibility that Errol Spence Jr. could intercept the fight from Terrence Bud Crawford, especially since Terrence Bud Crawford has been very bleak with his decision making recently. I don't know what he's gonna do next. He hasn't really been vocal about what he wants next. We know he wants Canelo next, but that doesn't seem realistic. And it kind of seems like Terrence Bud Crawford hasn't really talked about his plan B too often. So we got to find out what's going to happen with that. But I find it blasphemously crazy that Errol Spence Jr. thinks that he deserves the Tim Tysu Fundora winner when he got his ass whooped by Terrence Bud Crawford, man. If anybody deserves this fight, the winner, it's Terrence Bud Crawford, if he decides that he wants that. If not, Crawford, to me, can go for bigger things and let Spence get the leftovers if he chooses not to. But it should all ultimately be up to Terrence Bud Crawford first, whether he wants to fight. I'm going to assume it's going to be Tim Tysu. Obviously, fighting a 6'6" guy on a 3-week notice ain't going to be easy for Tim Tysu. But I think Tim Tysu ends up edging out Fundora. And, yeah, man, obviously, Errol Spence has got his confidence back. He's gaining confidence, he's gaining some momentum, and he's seizing the right time to try to call out guys at 154, and this might be the perfect time for a Fundora Tim Tysu winner. He called him out. And it also appears that Errol Spence Jr. and Derrick James might be splitting ways. I saw Derrick James in a recent interview, and they asked him about Errol Spence briefly, and if, he should pursue the rematch and how he's been. And Derrick James kind of replied with, I haven't talked to him in about a month. Last time I talked to him, he was doing good. And he doesn't know where Errol Spence is going to go from here. And he has to focus on his fighters at hand. He can't look backwards. He has to look forward. When somebody says something like that, you know that there's a rocky part of their relationship. They're probably not going to move forward together business-wise. They're probably still friends. They still got each other's number, but I don't think that they're going to continue to work with each other. I think Errol might go in a different direction. Either way it goes, Errol can't blame Derrick James for the performance he had against Terrence Crawford last summer. I will say this, though. He doesn't deserve to fight with Tim Tysu, assuming he wins. And Errol Spence Jr., knowing that he's one of PBC's prized possessions, is trying to take advantage of his place.